Hi guys, greetings to you all, wherever you may be listening. The Finland ambassador to Nigeria met with Mr. President Ahmed Tinubu. You'll be wondering what did she tell him? I'll tell you. She said to him that Simon Ekpa, who have been a hindrance to the cooperation between Nigeria and Finland, that's bilateral cooperations, that he has been arrested. Now he's in detention and now he's out of the way. That ever since the man is out of the way, that cooperation between Finland and Nigeria have greatly improved. You see, that means they knew that Ekpa is spoiling show for them. Ekpa was spoiling show. And Ekpa trusted them so much that they will protect him. They are his friends. Now he can see that. Don't put all your trust on white men. For them, who give them the biggest share, they will fall back to. You don't know. So they made those mistakes. And she said that that the National Security Advisor, which is Nuhu Ribado, is now giving the Finland government giving them more, bringing up more evidence that they use and nail Ekpa. That is evidence of those that were by the those men on ground. You know, they tagged a lot of people Sabo. When they tag you Sabo, they drag you somewhere, they cut off your head, they buy you because they said all Sabos must buy. So they were eliminating the Sabos. So those family members are now giving out information, you know, telling their stories, how their father was buyed, brothers were buyed, sisters were buyed, you know, friends were buyed. So they're now giving out those information with evidence. You see? With evidence. And that time too, you see those men on ground, when they buy some people, they make video of it, and the video will go viral. Those videos too, these are the things they're now using to say they're going to use a nail Ekpa. I wonder how Simon Ekpa will come out of this terrorism charge. Not just that, equally money laundering. Wow. He may not come out, and he may come out as well. So it's a 50-50 thing, because there are evidence. And some Biafran people too, we say, there are evidence too that Nigerian army and police and Dubago them, they also buyed people. You know, there are evidence too. Who is going to nail them? Who is going to put them in jail? You see, one of the wrong moves Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu did was to trust the whites so much, to be in their land and be broadcasting with their application, social media platforms. Their own platforms. At least you as an Igbo man should have created your own platform that you can use and be broadcasting. You will remove all the rules and regulations. But you were using their social media platform to broadcast. That means you trusted the whites so much. You see? That was how they failed. And which freedom fighter, activist, you know, like them, in the past, was broadcasting through social media? Even the Arabs that used to do their own, you know, those kind of people. Boom! Those kind of people that used to explode things. Those ones, they don't used to come online and be online 24 hours broadcasting. Talking how to kill police, buy army, buy this person, buy that. They don't talk about it on social media. They just carry it out. People just hear it like surprise. Boom! People don't fall, you know? You know? They don't. So, and most of them, they're not even based in Europe broadcasting on social media. They were all at home in their homeland. In their own homeland. They were there. Navigating from one location to the another. When they are looking for them here, they run to this place, you know. But if you are in Europe, when they are looking for you, where do you run to? How would you even escape? Either by road or by air. Your fingerprint. Once they put the signal, we want this man, wanted. Any place you put your fingerprint, you go cast. They pick you up. So you can hardly escape. And don't have that much confidence, because you don't know what their own government is talking with Nigerian government, or what Nigerian government is discussing with them, or what Nigerian government will offer to them to bring you down. So these were the mistakes they did. And now, between Oge Okere and Ngozi Oraboeze, who knows who will be the next, depending on who finally becomes the leader, the PM or acting PM. That person too will be likely, it's possible that they'll pick that one up too, maybe before 5 years, because I've checked it. None of these leaders last up to 5 years. None of them. Before they get to 3-4 years, it's over. They are down. None of them exceeds 5 years. Go and check it. None of them. All the Biafran leaders. None of them. None of them. So, you see, this thing is like to be very difficult. Very, very difficult. Because even not all the Igbos is in agreement for this Biafran thing. Majority of the Igbos are not interested. Okay, you think they're interested? When they are making their videos, go and check when they are live doing programs. Do you see like 10 million people watching live? Do you see like 200,000 people watching live or 1 million people watching live? Or do you see, they said over 60 million people voted for referendum for exit of Biafra from Nigeria. If over 60 million people voted, then how comes they are still crying for money? Crying for money, that means people are not donating. Because if they are interested in what you are doing, they'll be donating. Imagine 60 million people giving out one naira. That means every Saturday they do those fundraising. They'll be getting like 60 million naira every Saturday if all the people that voted are giving out one naira. Or even in America, imagine 500, they said they have over 1.5 million Biafrans there. Imagine each of them, let's just say 500,000 of them, giving $1. That will be 500,000 they'll be recovering, like getting every Saturday they do fundraising. So these are the proofs that people are not really interested. They have not really bought what you are doing. So from the views they make in their social media, does not really reflect that people voted during that referendum, that over 60 million voted. If over 60 million voted, that means you're trying to say they heard about the message. But if they heard about the message, why are they not connecting to you when you are talking live? Why are your videos not hitting like 20 million views or 30 million views or 80 million views? And the donations are very poor. They don't even realize up to $300,000 in every Saturday fundraising. So where are the millions of people? That means they are not interested because you have not really sold the message of the Biafran struggle or exit from Nigeria to them. They've not really bought into it. So even if United Nations come and do pure referendum now, you might see that it will cast. It may cast, you know. So look at the data. The data don't lie. Go and check all their videos. Check their subscriber base. At least their subscriber base should be hitting like 3 million followers. 20, 30 million followers. Each of them, they'll be having massive millions of followers. If truly over 60 million people voted for the exit. If over 60 million voted, why are they not following up you guys in massive million forms in all your social media platforms? So, you see, until you sell the message to them and they buy it, even 80% or 90%, they buy into it. That is when you see this movement will catapult to the next level. But for now, since a lot of people are not interested, they keep sabotaging. They are not ready to die. They are not ready for war. Because they feel that this thing will take them back 100 years backward. And already the region is already losing investors. Even the very Igbos themselves don't invest in Igbo land anymore. They leave Igbo land and they invest outside Igbo land. That should show you that they have lost interest in Igbo land because of the fear of the unknown, that their investment will get destroyed, or they will never get patronage if the war starts, because most of this war can last up to 20 years, 30 years before they get it. Go and check. Many African countries are still struggling and they have not gotten it. Even the people that started it are all old men now. So you might think you'll get it tomorrow. You are dreaming. Look at your age now. Add more 30 years to it. That is when it might work. But for now, no. You might be an old man by then, maybe 60 years old or 70. Even most of the fighters on ground have turned old men. Most of them must have died or given up. So you see, then the president thanked the ambassador, saying, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. A letter was given to him. So I don't know what is in the letter, but he said, thank you for helping us to catch Ekpa. The guy really wanted to spoil things in Nigeria, to divide Nigeria. He said, even he himself, the president, was once like him, activist. But his own type was not to divide Nigeria, but to put Nigeria intact. He said Nigeria can still work. And they're doing everything possible to make Nigeria work in terms of their policy, economic policy, and the rest. And they are fighting terrorism too. They are not ready to make Nigeria a place where terrorists, they grow terrorism. Terrorists growing sponsoring everything. They don't want it in Nigeria. No, they don't want it. So the president also thanked her in the area where the government of Finland is investing heavily in Nigeria in ICT, education, and agriculture. He said, yes, thank you for this, thank you for this. You are doing in Nigeria. At least it will help boost the GDP and also make the people get job, and grow the economy. Wow, 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 wow. So the thing is this, with all the evidence they are gathering, because many families were touched by the unknown government, many families were touched, a lot went down. Most of you may not know about it, but when you go and listen to the Biafran people now, those Ngozi Orabueze group and the Ogekere group, you hear them accusing each other of being Sabo, paid agents, corruption. They even accuse each other of being the ones that sold out Simon Ekpa. Just like they accused the others then of selling out Nnamdi Kanu. That is what they're accusing each other of now. So can't you see that there's something of truth in what both of them are accusing each other of? That means there's something they know that you don't know. And they're saying it out, exposing it, and still you don't want to believe that there's no smoke without a fire. Or fire without a smoke. Whichever one. They are saying it. I'm not the one saying it. Go and watch them. Go and watch them. You hear the kind of things they say against each other. You think they're just making it up? This is what they have found out about each other. That is why a lot of people have lost interest in them. A lot have lost interest. That's why you see the fundraising thing has dropped. Many don't even watch them anymore. They are tired. They are tired. So the problem is within. The problem of the Igbos is within the Igbo land. Yes, it's within the Igbo land. Because if the governors were doing the right thing, senators doing the right thing, local government chairman doing the right thing, commissioners, name them all. How would Igbo land look like? Imagine since independence. Imagine they are all doing the right thing. So that's why I said every problem is local. A man's problem is in his own very household. Imagine that all the governors are acting like this Abia state governor. How would Igbo land look like? To be well developed and attracting investors by the day. Who will carry property and go to Yoruba land or to the north? You put it intact in your place. And a governor that loves his people will protect his people. A governor that loves to see his people grow, we put infrastructures in place, not making fake roads and the rest of them. So Igbo man is naturally greedy. They inflate the price of things. Though some of them are into robbery, kidnapping, human parcel, rituals. Is it the Fulani that ask them to be doing those things? To be selling some fake things? So by the time you start accepting that we too have our own problem, there's no black country in this world that is normal. Go and check all the whole black countries. They are not normal. The same problem you see in Igbo land, Nigeria, is what you still find in other African countries. They are complaining of the same thing. That means there's a problem. So even if Biafra come, I bet you, Biafra can never be like any country in Europe. Because the greed within the Igbos are so great. They love money. And with money, they can fight themselves and kill themselves. Until you point out one African country that is as great as one country in Europe, like European Union, tell me one. Then I will agree with you that Africa can be, Biafra will be a great place. So what do? We just have to start doing the right thing. If everybody will start doing the right thing. Just look at Nigerians abroad. Is it Nigeria that told them to commit crime when they come to when they travel abroad? When they come abroad, they still do the same nonsense they do in Nigeria. The same thing, they say, politicians are bad, politicians are bad. When they still come abroad, they don't represent well. They don't behave well. They go into selling illegal things. Those banned substances. They sell it and they find themselves in prison last. They go into internet fraud, all kind of bad things, stealing, stealing people's cars, watches, burgling homes. A lot they do. They still commit crimes abroad. So how is Nigeria their own problem now abroad? It's a personal thing. Greed. They want to be rich in time. No patience. That's the problem of Nigeria. And that's the problem of Africa as well. Greed. No love. If you have love, you will not want to go and steal. If you have love, you will not want to do anything bad in any foreign country you find yourself. You respect the laws. Hmm? Have you seen white men come into Africa and they are robbing? They start robbing. But that's what Nigerians do. They did it in Dubai, they did it in Qatar. Even in America, Europe, they go to rob. So who sent them to do it? Nigerian government? No, it's a personal thing. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye bye. See you guys later.